This is Geometry Section 1.4. This section is going to be a little different from the last few. The last few had a lot of definitions, and this one's more practicing using geometry tools like the compass and straight edge. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a compass to do each of these things. So if you need to borrow one, they're in my room front shelf in the blue box. Ask me if you can't find them. And I'm going to open up my computer compass to kind of help me do these ones. So my first one says construct segment CD congruent to segment AB. So you have the step-by-step directions here, and you can reference those, but I am going to go through them also on here. So the first thing I need to do is get my compass out, and I need to place it on my picture, and what you want to do is you want to open it to be the exact same length as the segment that you're given. Then you are going to use your straight edge to draw a ray, okay, without changing the size of your compass. You can place it, I gotta turn mine upside down though. You can place it on your segment and just mark how long it is. And so basically all I've done is make a segment the exact same length, but without using a ruler to measure it. So this is segment CD congruent to segment AB. The second one on your paper says construct angle HIJ congruent to angle DEF. So the first thing it has you do is draw a segment, draw a ray, and it's got to be longer than EF. Then we're going to take the compass, placing the point on the vertex of the angle, open it up to any length you want, and you're going to draw an arc that passes through both sides of the angle. Once you've done that, without changing the setting on your compass, lift it up and place the point on the end of the ray, and you're going to draw the same exact arc. Then what we're going to do is we're going to move our compass back to our original angle, and we want to place one point on one of the intersections and the other point on the other intersection. So you have to move your compass until it's exactly lined up so that one point is on one intersection and one point is on the other intersection. Then moving our compass to our new one, I'm going to give mine a turn so I can draw with it. We'll line up the only intersection we have, and then without changing the setting on your compass, draw another arc, and what that does is it makes an X with the first arc, and then using your straight edge you can finish off your angle. Now this angle and this angle are congruent. I do need labels. We will call this I. Since E was the vertex of the original angle, I is the vertex of the new angle. And I will put H up here, and I'll put J down here. Okay. Next example in the packet says construct the perpendicular bisector. So I'm going to start with my straight edge and draw a line segment, and I will call that segment PQ. Okay, then I'm going to grab my compass and I'm going to place one end on P, and I'm going to open it up. Now you can open it up kind of arbitrarily how long. It has to be more than halfway, but less than all the way. So somewhere along 3/4 of the way. And we're going to use our compass to draw a big arc that crosses the top and the bottom of the segment. Then we're going to bring our compass to the other end of the segment, and without changing the size of it, we want to repeat that motion. So we'll have a big arc that crosses the top and the bottom. And the goal then is to have two intersecting marks here and here. And I'll mark those in red. You don't have to mark them, but just so that you see where I'm talking about. And then, using the straight edge, we want to draw a segment that goes right through both x's. Now what we've done is created a perpendicular bisector, meaning this is 90 degrees because it's perpendicular, and we'll label that point M, and PM is congruent to QM. The next one is perpendicular to a line, and it's very similar to this one. So we're going to start with a segment and a point. Then placing the point on the compass, I need to open it up so that it is large enough so that when I draw my arc, it'll cross the line twice. So right now it's too small because it doesn't even reach the line. If I go too wide, it's so big that it misses the line. So I have to go a good medium so that it'll hit the line 2 times. So it'll cross once there, and it'll cross a little smaller. So it'll cross once there, and once there. I got a good size. Now I can make my mark. So when I move my compass out of the way, now I have 2 intersections. So I'm going to use those 2 intersections to make an X at the bottom. I'll place the point on one intersection and draw an arc. I'll move my compass to the other intersection without changing the size on the compass setting. I'll make another mark. Now I can connect my original point to the X, and what I've done is created a perpendicular, so we have the 90 degrees again, but it's no longer right in the middle. It actually goes right through wherever I made my original point. Okay, we only have one left, and that's constructing angle bisectors. So we are going to start with an angle, and you can draw any angle that you want. We'll go here and here. Placing the point of your compass on the center of the angle. We want to draw an arc that passes through both sides of the angle. So it starts the same way as the angle. And I have 2 intersections now. I'm going to use those 2 intersections to draw an X. I'll place the point on one intersection and draw an arc in the middle of the angle. I'll place the point on the other intersection without changing the compass setting, and we'll draw another arc, and now we formed an X. So then all we need to do is connect the vertex of the angle through the X, and now that's an angle bisector. So what I've done is I've made this half and this half 2 equal halves of the original angle. I bisected the angle. Okay, so that is all of the compass drawings for section 1.4. You have the exercises, and so if I don't see the loops from the compass on these drawings, you don't get full points. The drawings don't have to be super crisp. I know that lots of students have problems with the compass, but as long as I can see that you tried to use the compass following the step-by-step directions, you're going to get full points for this section. The constructions don't have to be perfect. As long as you are trying with the right tools, you get the points. Okay? Good luck with those.